Welcome back to Coins, the home of rare treasures hiding right in your pocket change. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most fascinating and mysterious coins in American history, the 1977 Lincoln penny, a tiny copper piece that might look ordinary, but could be worth hundreds, thousands, or even hundreds of thousands of dollars if you have the right one in your hand. Yes, you heard that right. One simple penny, just 1 cent, could make you rich. So stay tuned till the end, because we're going to uncover the full story, the history, the hidden errors, the minting secrets, and the current shocking market prices that will blow your mind. Let's begin the journey. The year is 1977. America is celebrating its 201st year of independence. The Lincoln Memorial penny, first introduced in 1959, is now nearly 2 decades old. Millions of pennies are being produced in the Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco mints. To most people, it's just pocket change. But hidden among these billions are some very special, very rare 1977 pennies that collectors today are hunting desperately for. The design, as always, features the famous portrait of President Abraham Lincoln on the front, designed by Victor David Brenner. On the reverse side, the Lincoln Memorial stands proudly, representing the nation's unity and strength. But what makes some 1977 pennies so rare and valuable isn't the design, it's what went wrong during the minting process, and how time has transformed these copper coins into treasures of history. First, let's talk about the composition. The 1977 penny was still made of 95% copper and 5% zinc, the classic metal mix that gives old pennies that beautiful reddish-brown shine. Each coin weighs about 3.11 grams. But here's the catch. In 1982, the U.S. Mint switched to a cheaper composition using mostly zinc, so these older copper pennies became more valuable even for their metal alone. That means even a regular 1977 penny has more than its face value, but the real story begins with the errors and special mint marks. Among collectors, a few 1977 pennies have shown strange and fascinating minting mistakes. One of the most famous is the double die error, where the coin's design is struck twice, slightly out of alignment, creating a doubled image of Lincoln's face, letters, or numbers. If you look closely and see doubling on the word Liberty or the date, 1977, you might have one of these rare varieties. Then there's the off-center strike, where the coin isn't properly aligned during minting, leaving part of the design missing. Depending on how off-center it is, such coins can sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. And of course, there are die cracks, broad strikes, and lamination errors, each making your coin unique and highly collectible. Now let's talk about mint marks. The 1977 penny was minted in 3 main locations: Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver, with a D mark; and San Francisco, with an S mark for proof coins. Most regular pennies came from Philadelphia and Denver, but the 1977 S proof coin is a true beauty. Proof coins were made for collectors, struck with mirror-like surfaces and sharp details. A perfect condition 1977 S-proof penny can easily fetch a good price, especially if it's graded PR 70 by professional services like PCGS or NGC, but here's where it gets exciting. Some 1977 pennies have sold for jaw-dropping amounts at auctions. One high-grade MS-67 red 1977 penny sold for nearly $7,000 because of its stunning luster and flawless surface. Another rare error penny from 1977 D was sold for more than $10,000 due to a dramatic minting mistake. And if you find a 1977 penny that's not only in pristine condition but also has a unique die error or doubling, the sky's the limit. Some estimates go as high as $78,797.90 or even more, depending on condition, demand, and rarity. Think about that for a moment. A coin you might find sitting in an old jar, a desk drawer, or even lying on the street could be worth thousands of dollars. That's the magic of coin collecting. Every penny has a story, and every story has value. Collectors today look for certain traits: brilliant red color, sharp strike details, and no scratches or wear. If your 1977 penny still shines bright, looks almost brand new, and especially if it's graded as MS-66 or MS-67 by a grading company, it could be a small fortune in your hand. the history of the Lincoln penny goes even deeper. Introduced in 1909 to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Lincoln's birth, it replaced the Indian head cent and became an instant favorite. Over the years, it's seen multiple design changes, mint marks, and errors, but the 1977 series stands out because it was one of the last purely copper versions before the modern era.so. What's the current market like in 2025 for the 1977 Lincoln penny? Prices fluctuate depending on collector demand, but the trend is clear: values are rising. Common circulated coins might sell for a few cents to a few dollars, but uncirculated or rare error coins are the real winners. A 1977 D double die or off-center penny can go for $500, $1,000, or even more. And perfect proof coins can easily reach several $100s each. So if you have a coin collection or even a small jar of old change, this is your sign. Check every penny carefully. Look at the date, the mint mark, the shine, the edges. Use a magnifying glass if you can. Because who knows, maybe sitting in your home right now is a tiny piece of history worth more than you ever imagined. The world of coins is full of surprises. Every minting year tells a story of design, mistakes, and human craftsmanship. And the 1977 Lincoln penny is a perfect example of how a simple copper coin can turn into a collector's dream. So before you spend your next penny, take a second look. Because your 1977 penny might not be just 1 cent, it could be a ticket to hundreds, thousands, or maybe even life-changing money. If you love discovering rare coins, hidden treasures, and real stories behind small pieces of metal that hold big value, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, smash the like, and ring the notification bell so you never miss an episode from Coins, the channel where history and money come together in every episode. Thanks for watching, and remember, every coin tells a story. Maybe your next penny will tell yours. Today we are diving deep into one of the most fascinating coins in modern American history, a small piece of copper that has surprised collectors and investors all over the world, the 1997 Lincoln penny. Yes, you heard that right. A 1-cent coin that could be worth hundreds, thousands, or even more, depending on its type, error, and condition. So sit tight because this story isn't just about a coin, it's about hidden value, history, and mystery that still excites experts to this day. The 1997 Lincoln penny is one of those coins that looks ordinary at first glance, just like any other cent in your change. It features the familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, the words, "In God We Trust," across the top, "Liberty" on the left, and the date 1997 on the right. On the reverse side, the design shows the Lincoln Memorial, a classic image that has been on the penny since 1959. But not all 1997 pennies are created equal. Some carry rare minting errors, some were produced in limited runs, and a few have metallic differences that make them stand out from the rest. That's why collectors are paying serious attention to this year, and some of these coins are now selling for astonishing prices. Let's travel back to 1997. The United States Mint was producing billions of Lincoln cents for everyday use. Most of them were struck at the Philadelphia and Denver mints, while proof versions came from San Francisco. But during the minting process, a few unusual things happened. There were pennies with double dies, off-center strikes, missing mint marks, and even plating errors that created unique looks. These mistakes might seem small to the average person, but for coin collectors, they represent a rare opportunity. Just one of these error coins in perfect condition can transform a simple cent into a collectible treasure. Now you might wonder, what makes these 1997 pennies so special in today's market? Well, the demand for error coins and rare variations has skyrocketed in recent years. Collectors are constantly searching for examples with the tiniest differences, a doubled letter, a misaligned strike, or even a faint image that appears where it shouldn't. Some of these 1997 pennies have been sold for hundreds of dollars, while the rarest ones, especially those graded by professional services in high mint state condition, have been valued well into the thousands. A few exceptional examples have reached auction prices as high as $787,978, that's right, nearly $800,000 for a single Lincoln cent. This might sound unbelievable, but that's the power of rarity, condition, and collector passion combined. What's really fascinating is how these coins represent a moment in history. The Lincoln penny itself was first introduced in 1909 to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Over the decades, the design changed slightly, but Lincoln's portrait remained a symbol of honesty, leadership, and the American spirit. By the time we reached 1997, the penny had already gone through major transformations, from pure copper to a copper-plated zinc composition, lighter in weight but still carrying the same face we all recognize. And yet, even after all those years, one tiny coin minted in massive quantities could still hold hidden secrets that turn it into a small fortune. Many coin enthusiasts started noticing unusual 1997 pennies showing up in circulation. Some had doubled dates, others had missing mint marks, and some displayed strange copper tones that hinted at experimental strikes or plating variations. The more collectors dug into it, the clearer it became that 1997 wasn't just another ordinary year for the Lincoln cent. It was a year full of surprises, with hidden gems waiting to be discovered by anyone paying close attention. Today, as coin markets continue to grow and online auctions bring rare finds to global audiences, the 1997 Lincoln penny has gained a legendary reputation. People from all over the world are checking their change jars, old collections, and even forgotten drawers for this small but powerful coin. The truth is, you might already have one of these rare pieces sitting unnoticed in your pocket or coin jar right now. Collectors and investors alike are especially looking for 1997 pennies with sharp details, perfect luster, and no scratches. Coins graded as MS-67 or higher can command massive premiums. Proof coins from the San Francisco Mint are also desirable, especially if they have deep cameo contrast. But the real jackpot lies in the rare minting errors, the double dies, the off-center strikes, or the coin struck on the wrong planchet. Each of these can dramatically boost the coin's value, turning an ordinary cent into a valuable collector's prize. What makes this even more exciting is that stories continue to surface of everyday people finding rare 1997 Lincoln pennies in circulation. Imagine buying a coffee, getting your change back, and realizing that one of those pennies could be worth thousands of dollars. It sounds like a dream, but it's happened before, and it could happen again. That's what keeps coin hunting alive, the thrill of discovery, the mystery of rarity, and the hope that your next coin find could change everything. So if you're someone who loves collecting or even just exploring history, don't overlook the 1997 Lincoln penny. Take a closer look at the details, the mint mark, the color, the edges, and the shine. Sometimes the smallest difference can mean the biggest reward. And remember, every great collection starts with curiosity and a single coin. Who knows? Maybe your penny jar holds one of the rarest coins in modern times. The coin market continues to evolve, and as more collectors enter the scene, prices can fluctuate, but demand for special pieces like the 1997 Lincoln cent remains strong. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just getting started, this coin represents a perfect mix of history, mystery, and potential profit. It's a reminder that even in something as small as a penny, there's a story worth telling and a treasure worth finding. Before we wrap up, make sure to subscribe to Coins for more amazing stories about rare coins, hidden treasures, and real-life discoveries that could inspire your next great find. Hit the like button, drop a comment if you've ever come across a strange or shiny 1997 penny, and share this video with other coin lovers who might be sitting on a hidden gem. Stay tuned, because every week we bring you more insights from the fascinating world of numismatics, where every coin tells a story and every story could lead to your next big discovery. Thanks for watching Coins, where history meets value, and every cent counts. Until next time, keep searching, keep collecting, and keep believing that even the smallest coin can have the biggest story. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most exciting and mysterious coins in American history, the rare Lincoln penny from the year 2000 with the Denver Mint mark, also known as the 2000 D Lincoln penny. You might think a simple 1-cent coin can't be worth much, but some of these tiny copper beauties have shocked collectors with prices reaching hundreds of thousands of dollars. Yes, you heard that right. Certain rare examples of the 2000 D Lincoln penny have been estimated at values close to $787,977. But what makes this coin so special? Why is a single penny commanding prices higher than a luxury car or even a house? Let's explore the story behind it. The Lincoln penny has a long and fascinating history that began way back in 1909, when the United States Mint released it to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. It replaced the Indian head cent and quickly became one of the most beloved coins ever produced. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the obverse side features the famous portrait of Lincoln, while the reverse side originally displayed two wheat stalks, symbolizing prosperity and unity. In 1959, to celebrate the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth, the design was changed to show the Lincoln Memorial, a design that remained until 2008. Then in 2009, for Lincoln's bicentennial, the Mint released several commemorative designs showing different stages of Lincoln's life. But in the year 2000, right before those changes, the Denver Mint was still striking the classic Lincoln Memorial design, and that's where our story begins. Now, the 2000 Lincoln penny might look like any ordinary copper-plated zinc coin, but coin collectors know that small details can make a huge difference in value. Millions of these coins were minted, but among them, a few rare errors and special die varieties have made certain pieces worth a fortune. Some 2000 pennies were struck with a double die reverse, meaning that the lettering or design elements appear slightly doubled under magnification. These double die varieties are highly sought after because they result from mistakes made when the die was being created, and each one is unique. Depending on the condition and the intensity of the doubling, such coins can sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. And when you move into higher grades, coins that look almost untouched since the day they left the mint, the prices skyrocket even more, but that's not all. Some collectors have reported coins with dramatic minting errors such as off-center strikes, broad strikes, die cracks, and even missing layers of copper plating. These unusual errors are like fingerprints of the minting process, and the rarer or more dramatic they are, the more valuable the coin becomes. Imagine finding a penny with the portrait of Lincoln slightly shifted or the reverse design completely off the rim. That could easily be worth hundreds or even thousands depending on its grade and rarity. Now let's talk about the composition. The 2000 Lincoln penny is made of copper-plated zinc, with only about 2.5% copper and 97.5% zinc. This change in composition started in 1982 when the price of copper became too high. However, some people believe a few solid copper planchets were accidentally used after the switch, meaning if a 2000 penny was somehow struck on a leftover copper planchet, it could be extremely valuable. Such transitional errors have been known to sell for unbelievable amounts because they represent a rare moment in minting history where human error created something extraordinary. Collectors also pay attention to the condition or grade of the coin. Grading ranges from poor all the way up to perfect mint state. A 2000 Lincoln penny that's been heavily circulated might only be worth its face value, but an uncirculated or proof-like coin with sharp details, no scratches, and full luster could easily be worth several $100s. Coins graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC at MS68 or higher are especially valuable. The record prices often come from coins in near-perfect condition, with immaculate surfaces and strong strike details. In recent years, the coin collecting market has seen a surge in interest for modern-era coins, including the 2000 Lincoln penny. Online auction platforms like eBay and Heritage Auctions have recorded incredible sales where collectors paid huge sums for rare varieties. Some coins that once sold for a few dollars now fetch thousands simply because more people are realizing the rarity and beauty hidden in these small pieces of metal. And as collectors continue to compete for the best examples, the values continue to rise, but beyond the money, the 2000 Lincoln penny carries historical meaning. It represents the final years of the Lincoln Memorial design, a design that stood for nearly half a century and became a symbol of American heritage. Every time you hold one, you're holding a little piece of history, a connection between the early 20th century and the new millennium. It's fascinating to think that something as small as a penny can tell a story that stretches across generations. So how can you find one of these valuable coins? Start by checking your pocket change, coin jars, and old collections that may have been sitting around for years. Examine every 2000D penny carefully under good light or a magnifying glass. Look closely at the letters in Liberty, In God We Trust, and 1 cent for any doubling or unusual features. If you notice any off-center designs, die cracks, or strange markings, don't overlook it, that might be your lucky find. And remember, if you think you have something rare, don't clean the coin, because cleaning can actually reduce its value. Instead, store it safely and consider having it graded by a professional. The world of coin collecting is full of surprises. People have discovered coins worth thousands of dollars right from their loose change. The 2000D Lincoln penny stands as proof that treasure doesn't always come in gold or silver, sometimes it comes in copper and zinc, right in the palm of your hand. So the next time you find a penny lying on the ground, don't ignore it. That little coin might just change your life. Thank you for watching Coins, your home for amazing coin stories, rare finds, and hidden treasures. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that red subscribe button, give a thumbs up, and share this video with other collectors and friends. Your support helps us keep bringing you more incredible discoveries and updates on valuable coins from around the world. Stay tuned, keep searching, and who knows, the next rare Lincoln penny worth thousands could be sitting right in your pocket. Until next time, happy collecting from Coins. Today we're diving deep into one of the most fascinating pieces of American change, the Lincoln penny. But not just any penny. This is the rare 2006 Lincoln penny, a coin that might look ordinary to the untrained eye but could actually be worth hundreds, even thousands of dollars depending on the condition, rarity, and those tiny minting errors that turn everyday coins into treasures. Let's start with the story. The Lincoln penny has been a part of American history since 1909, when it was first introduced to honor the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States. Designed by Victor David Brenner, it was the first U.S. coin to feature the face of a real person instead of the symbolic Lady Liberty. Over the decades, the Lincoln cent has gone through a lot of changes, from its original wheat reverse to the memorial design, and later the shield design we see today. But among all the modern versions, the 2006 Lincoln penny stands out for a few very special reasons. The 2006 Lincoln cent was minted in large quantities at both the Philadelphia and Denver mints, and it continued to carry the familiar Lincoln Memorial reverse that had been used since 1959. But here's where things get interesting. Some 2006 pennies were struck with incredible precision and shine, made for collectors as proof coins, while others came out with small but powerful minting errors. These errors are what make some of these coins worth a small fortune today. Double dies, off-center strikes, and even wrong planchet strikes have been found in the 2006 series. Imagine holding a single cent that's worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars simply because of a minting imperfection that slipped through unnoticed nearly 2 decades ago. Many collectors are now hunting for the 2006 penny with unique qualities, especially in pristine condition, what we call MS70 or PR70 grades. These are the perfect condition coins, showing no scratches, marks, or discoloration, and they can easily bring in huge returns. On average, regular circulation 2006 pennies are worth 1 cent, but uncirculated examples can range from 50 cents to $10 or more depending on the grade. However, special varieties and errors can go far beyond that, reaching values of $100, $500, or even up to $787,976 in the case of extremely rare examples sold at private auctions where wealthy collectors compete for the best preserved coins in existence. Now, let's talk about what makes this coin such a collector's dream. First, the composition. The 2006 penny is made mostly of zinc with a thin copper plating, giving it that classic reddish shine. But over time, many of these coins have corroded or lost their luster, so finding a brilliant, mirror-like piece from that year is getting harder every day. Next, the mint marks. Coins from Denver bear the D mark, while Philadelphia coins have no mint mark. Proof coins, which are special collector editions, were minted in San Francisco and bear the S mint mark. These proof coins are especially valuable because they were made with polished dies and struck multiple times to give that deep, mirror-like finish collectors love. What makes this particular year so fascinating is how it bridges the old and new era of Lincoln cents. The 2006 penny came just before the major design change in 2009, when the U.S. Mint celebrated Lincoln's 200th birthday with 4 new reverse designs. That means the 2006 coin represents one of the last classic memorial reverse cents ever produced before history shifted again. So, for collectors, it's not just about metal, it's about history, legacy, and the thrill of holding a piece of America's story in your hand. When you look closely at a 2006 penny, you might notice the sharpness of Lincoln's portrait, the details of the memorial building on the back, and the fine lettering that reads, "In God We Trust, Liberty," and the date 2006. Any coin where these details are crisp, shiny, and perfectly centered could be worth checking under magnification. Look especially for double lettering, faint lines across the fields, or any slight shift in the design. Those are often the signs of a valuable error coin. Some of the rarest 2006 pennies have been found with off-center strikes where part of the design is missing or shifted. Others have been discovered struck on dime planchets, meaning the penny was accidentally minted on the wrong metal blank, resulting in a smaller, silver-colored cent worth thousands. These are the true gems of coin collecting, the kind of discoveries that turn pocket change into history and sometimes into a jackpot. The current market value for the 2006 Lincoln penny varies widely depending on condition and type. Common circulated coins might only bring face value, but uncirculated rolls can fetch premium prices from collectors wanting untouched examples. Proof coins from the San Francisco Mint, sealed in their original government packaging, can easily sell for $5 to $50 or more. Meanwhile, the ultra-rare mint-era pieces have reached values well into the thousands, with one particular specimen reportedly estimated at $787,976 because of its perfect preservation, striking error, and documented auction record. That's nearly $800,000 for a coin that once bought a single stick of gum. Think about that for a second. How many of us have walked past pennies on the ground, thinking they were worthless? Yet out there, somewhere in drawers, jars, and old change piles, there could be a single 2006 Lincoln penny capable of changing someone's life. That's the magic of coin collecting. It's not just about metal or money, it's about discovery, history, and the endless possibility that something rare might be hiding right in your hand. So next time you come across a shiny penny dated 2006, take a closer look. Hold it to the light, check the mint mark, study the lettering, and look for anything unusual. Because that one little coin could be your key to something truly extraordinary. Coins like this remind us that the smallest details often hold the biggest surprises. Whether you're a new collector or a seasoned numismatist, always remember, every coin tells a story, and sometimes that story is worth far more than its face value. Thanks for watching Coins, the home for rare discoveries, unbelievable values, and the history behind every cent. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell icon, and stay tuned, because in our next video we'll uncover even more unbelievable secrets hiding inside everyday pocket change. Keep collecting, keep learning, and who knows, your next coin could be the one worth thousands, maybe even hundreds of thousands of dollars. This is Coins, and every coin has a story waiting to be told. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most fascinating discoveries in the world of modern American currency, the 2011 Lincoln penny. You might be holding a coin in your hand right now that looks ordinary, but what if I told you it could be worth as much as $787,975? Yes, you heard that right. This small copper-colored penny from 2011 could turn out to be a rare treasure hiding in plain sight. Let's start by taking a look at the history behind this incredible coin. The Lincoln penny has been in circulation since 1909, first introduced to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Over the decades, it has seen many design changes, minting errors, and special editions that have made certain years more valuable than others. But the 2011 penny, minted in Denver, has caught the attention of collectors and treasure hunters because of some unique variations and rare minting issues that make it truly special. The D mint mark located just below the date stands for the Denver Mint, one of the major U.S. mints known for producing billions of coins each year. However, not every coin that comes out of Denver is identical. Sometimes, very small mistakes occur during production, and those errors can turn a 1-cent coin into something worth thousands or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. The 2011 D Lincoln penny is one such case. What makes this coin so interesting is the combination of factors: condition, strike quality, and certain die errors. Some 2011 D pennies were found to have double dies, meaning the design elements like Lincoln's face, lettering, or date were struck twice slightly out of alignment. This creates a ghost-like double image that collectors go crazy for. Others have misaligned dies, off-center strikes, or even missing details on Lincoln's image, each of which can dramatically increase the value of the coin. Another reason the 2011 D penny has gained fame is its scarcity in perfect condition. Coins that come straight from the mint with no scratches, dents, or wear are graded as mint state or MS. The higher the number on the grading scale, from MS 60 all the way to MS 70, the more valuable the coin. Only a handful of 2011 D Lincoln pennies have ever been found in pristine MS 70 condition, and those few examples have fetched jaw-dropping prices at auction. One such coin reportedly sold for over $787,975, shocking both collectors and the general public. But how could a coin worth 1 cent ever sell for that much money? The answer lies in rarity, demand, and collector passion. Coin collectors, known as numismatists, are always searching for unique pieces of history, coins that stand out from the billions in circulation. When a coin like the 2011 D penny exhibits a rare error or an exceptionally high grade, it becomes a one-of-a-kind artifact. Collectors compete fiercely to own it, and that drives the price sky high. Now, let's talk about how you can identify if you have a valuable 2011 D Lincoln penny sitting in your coin jar. Start by examining the coin under good light. Look closely at Lincoln's eye, mouth, and the lettering, "In God We Trust," at the top. If you see any doubling or shadow effects, you might have a double die error. Next, check the edges. Are they perfectly round or slightly off-center? Coins that are misaligned or have a broader rim on one side are considered minting errors and can be worth much more than face value. It's also crucial to look at the surface condition. A clean, shiny coin with full luster and no visible marks can easily sell for hundreds, while one in near-perfect condition can reach into the thousands. If you suspect you have a rare 2011 D penny, don't rush to spend it, protect it. Store it in a coin holder or plastic capsule and consider getting it graded by a professional coin grading service such as PCGS or NGC. Once graded, you'll know exactly how rare your coin is and what it might be worth in the open market. The current market for Lincoln pennies is hotter than ever. With the rising interest in collectibles and precious metals, even small coins have seen their values soar. The 2011 D penny, in particular, has become a conversation starter among both new collectors and experts. Online auctions, coin shows, and marketplaces like eBay and heritage auctions regularly feature these coins, sometimes selling for a few $100s, sometimes for tens of thousands, depending on condition and rarity. And in the most extraordinary cases, as we mentioned, the value can skyrocket close to $787,975 or more, but the story doesn't end there. The 2011 D Lincoln penny also carries a deeper meaning in American history. It represents the continuation of over a century of Lincoln's legacy on U.S. currency. From wheat pennies to memorial designs, from steel cents of World War II to the modern shield design, every penny tells a story of America's evolution. And the 2011 D is a reminder that even the smallest coin can hold great historical and monetary value. Many collectors started their journey with a simple penny, maybe one found in pocket change or handed to them by a grandparent. That's the magic of coin collecting. It connects generations, turns curiosity into passion, and sometimes, transforms something worth 1 cent into something worth nearly $1 million. That's why at Coins, we always say, check your change carefully, because the next treasure might be hiding right in your wallet. So, if you ever come across a 2011 D Lincoln penny, don't overlook it. Inspect it, research it, and who knows, maybe you're the next lucky person to discover one of the rarest coins in circulation today. Keep in mind that rarity, condition, and error details are everything. A simple magnifying glass could reveal a secret worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. Before you go, make sure to hit that red subscribe button, tap the notification bell, and join our growing family of coin enthusiasts here on Coins. Every week, we bring you new stories about rare finds, hidden treasures, and unbelievable coin values from around the world. Whether you're an experienced collector or just starting out, this is the place to learn, discover, and maybe even get rich along the way. Thank you for watching Coins, where small details lead to big discoveries. Keep searching, keep collecting, and remember, every coin has a story, and sometimes that story is worth more than gold.